Io. The whole place hums with energy left behind by the Traveler's unfinished work. No wonder Guardians considered this site sacred, now that Kate is back in the fold. All we need is to find Ikora, make the Vanguard whole again, and bring down the Almighty.
Of all the places I've been in all the years since my rebirth, this is where I return. The last place the Traveler touched. I came for answers. I stand here, still, with nothing.
Ikora, Zavala is forming a resistance, and he believes...
What good is a resistance when you are the only one who would survive? I believe this Ghaul creature knows the Traveler blessed this site. I believe he sent his legion to find something they could never possibly understand. And I believe they will continue to desecrate all we hold sacred. Save this place, Guardian. Do not squander this second chance.
Alright guys, welcome back. It's me, Hunter Gunslinger here, back with a more walkthrough of Destiny 2. I know some of you guys have probably seen this walkthrough, but I thought I will post it on the channel for people who want to see it. Still waiting on the Xbox giveaway winner. I'm giving away that code to somebody else. The only thing remaining is the $50 code, and if you don't reclaim it, I will just have to give it to somebody else on the channel. It's not me that took the $10 code. My friend took the $10 code as a warning, because this is his money, and, you know, I didn't argue, I didn't, you know, complain about it, so I just said, okay, fine, you do what you gotta do, and I do what I have to do. So $50 is left, and if anybody is interested in that $50 code, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. It is an Xbox One code, so, you know, hey, that's up to you, you know, what you guys want. I mean, you guys did hound us for this code, and then we announced the winner, and then they didn't claim the reward. So the only thing that's going to be left for you, buddy, is the $50 code. Because he took the $10 code. Was like, look, if you don't want the $10 code or the $50 code, I'll just take the $10 code and give it to somebody else. And if he don't claim this, he said we just have to find another winner that wants the $50 code. So I didn't argue with him because these are his codes. I just, you know, made the announcement of the giveaway. But we are having another giveaway on the channel. We're giving away Destiny 2 DLC codes for the PS4 people. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for Xbox, because Xbox is like a later year. So you guys are going to be, probably would be never. Because mostly everybody has a PS4. And mostly everybody probably got into the DLC. So that's that. So I will go down the details and info with how you can enter your chance of winning these Destiny 2 DLC codes for PS4 exclusive later this year. We will be giving out, hopefully we should be giving out at least maybe 3 or 4 DLC codes for you guys. This is going to be only works in the United States, unfortunately, because, you know, we buy these codes from Target. Actually, Target has the DLC code that you can buy for, you know, $39.99 if you don't want to buy it digitally on your PS and on your PSN account, because some people don't like to buy gift codes, or some people don't like to use their credit cards. So here late, it seems like PS4 is selling like codes of their full games for people instead of, you know, it's kind of complicated. Like, I gotta show you an example of what they're selling at Target that you can buy at Target. Me personally, if you're gonna buy just the digital code of the full game, you might as well buy the physical copy of the gifts, if you understand what I'm saying. Because it is like, it makes no sense. Why would I want to buy the code of the game while there's a physical copy of the game? Now, I can understand why they kind of did it that way too, because sometimes, let's say the store don't have the physical copy of the game, but they have the digital code of the game. I can completely understand that, why they did it. So there's a lot of different type of scenarios that you can look at it. Me personally, I would thought like maybe you could just buy just the physical code of the game and just go from there. But everybody has their own different opinions on certain things. I woke up Monday morning to find out that Las Vegas was under a very serious attack. You might as well say that it's a domestic terrorist attack right there. I never suspected. First, I got up like around like 4-day or 3-day morning or something like that. I follow Facebook on Twitter, and he kind of posted on Twitter what was going on in Vegas. He's like, you know, half prayers for those people out there in Vegas, what's going on. And I'm like, what the hell is going on in Vegas? Like, if he did not post that, I wouldn't even know what was going on in Las Vegas early mornings of the night, because they're like 3 hours behind us, I think, in South Florida. Because it was like 10 a.m. when the shooting started, and it was like, I would say 3-4 a.m. here in South Florida. So I was getting the news like really early in the morning of that mass shooting. At least the last time I reported, at least 59 people is dead and 500 plus more people are injured. He had a lot of rifles you can at least put out there to say. I mean, I don't know what's going on in this world. I don't know what's going on in 2017. It's just been upside down since Trump became president. That's all I gotta say. Since he became president, nothing hasn't been really the same. Everything's just been like dark and gloomy, and I hate these thralls that are like taken. They come at you like really hard. So I don't know what is going on in the world. It's just been crazy. It hasn't been really prospering since he became president. I can tell you that right now. I mean, if you guys kind of remember, I don't want to talk politics too much in the like right now in the gaming season, but if you guys remember the 2016 election, he was talking about vote for me, this can happen. If you vote for her, this will happen, this will happen. It sounds like the complete freaking opposite, in my opinion. Because it's like all the things he was saying that about Hillary Clinton is happening to him. So he's talking about he's going to make the world safer. He's going to do this safer. And when you look at it, the world is not safe. The world is not safe under his belt. So it's like, dude, you're up here talking about the same lady, you're talking about Hillary Clinton the same way, talk about, oh, if you vote for her, you know, this will happen under her belt, this will happen, and if you vote for me, you know, the world will be safer, you know, I'm law and order. And here comes this mass shooting just happening right here in Las Vegas, right here in the United States, here in Las Vegas, at a concert. It seems like, you know, I don't want to, you know, talk about these things right now, but it's bothering me. Like, if you don't see me posting too much videos, I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell's going on in the world. I mean, you guys have this, like, you know, in the last video we're talking about, you know, the whole, you know, NFL's calling them son of a bitches, and, you know, he talking about the American flag and this. You guys have like big ass discussions about the American flag. I mean, people will literally get mad at you for, you know, desecrating the American flag. And then, you know, here comes this mass shooting, they don't want to have the discussion. They want to keep silent about mass shootings. They don't want to talk about mass shootings. Leave that as a different subject. Don't talk about that subject. But when it comes to the American flag and talking about this, oh yeah, they will hunt you down and tear you apart for disagreeing the American flag. They will have a full discussion about the American flag. And me and my friend was talking about it on Saturday, about like people saying, oh, they're boycotting the NFL, and then he was saying like, aren't you standing with Colin Kaepernick because he's boycotting the NFL for, you know, not picking him. So technically you're on his side. But like I said, I don't want to talk about these type of issues, but sometimes you gotta talk about it with your gaming community. Like, how will people other feel? Like in the UK, they have their, you know, their terrorist attacks a lot. France has their a lot. And I have some subscribers who are out in those states, you know, out in those countries, you know, in the Muslim world, and how they feel about people calling them terrorists. And yet, terrorists can be any color or anything. It don't have a description. It don't have a race for one particular person. So I don't really understand why people say like, oh, all Muslims are terrorists. But here in the United States, we have the guy, a white male, maybe like, I think he's like 65 or 64, they said, or 67. White male, very successful actually. They say he was like a real estate person. He made money off his real estate business that he had. And, you know, he was prospering. But yet, those type of people who are success, you know, got a lot of money to, you know, to financially stay straight, don't have to worry about, you know, bills not paying, you know, not being on time or something like that. And yet, you don't even know what's going on in that person's brain. That person could be like laughing and happy and whatever. But at the same time, that person could be thinking about something completely different. Like, I hate my life. Or, I hate this country. I'm gonna die in this part. I know I am. Because these Taken, they're very aggressive when it comes to, like, killing your ass. So you don't know what's going on in that person's head. Like, it's really crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe it when, you know, Facebook said, you know, pray for the people. And last time I checked, before I went back to sleep, just 4 people and 50 injured. Woke up this morning, 50 dead and nearly 200 injured. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's crazy what's going on in the world. And sometimes life is short. It's always spend time with family. Always find time to spend time with your family. That's the same thing. Well, you know, we had a discussion in the Destiny community. Like, when Destiny go down in maintenance, we get upset, and then one person's like, look, life is short. Destiny will always be with family, because Destiny, like I said, Destiny is always going to be here. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah, it's a long time for maintenance. Like, it goes down for 8 hours. It says it's going to go down for 4 hours, and then end up being 8 hours, maybe finding some issues that need to be fixed. But, you know, like they said in the community, like, look, Destiny will always be there, but your life, your family, your job, or, you know, your friends won't be there the next day. You know, you can spend those 8 or 4 hours spending time with somebody and talking about their personal issues. And sometimes that takes it. Now, for me personally, they said he had his father was mentally and all this good stuff and everything like that. And they profile him like any other, you know, like they just like, yeah, his dad was this, his dad was that. I was like, damn, you guys already profiling. Like, I see this type of stuff in freaking Criminal Minds. I would never thought I would see this stuff. I mean, I see it in real life, but how they're profiling people, you know, I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, and you usually see that stuff in Criminal Minds. You know, you never see, you know, never thought in a million years that you, myself, or anybody would go through such mass shootings like that. I mean, I had a mass shooting down here in South Florida, in Orlando, you know, in the LGBT community got hit hard, you know. But then here, you might as well say, a year later after that shooting, here comes another mass shooting in the United States. And sometimes you have to, you know, you have to answer those questions like, you guys have a big debate. I mean, you guys have a full-on debate about the American flag and that they need to respect it. It's now time that all of us come together to have a big debate about mass shootings and gun control. And then you have like people like, they call themselves conservatives, and then they call me a liberal. My name is not liberal. That's not how my mom didn't, you know, push me out to name me as a liberal. That is not my goddamn name. My name is my government name, my birth certificate name, and my social security name. I don't know where you guys getting liberals from, but since they like to say liberals, I like to call them conservative people on Twitter already. Just like, well, we can't talk about gun violence just yet. We can't talk about gun control just yet. There was a country singer on TV. He basically changed his mind, his stance on gun control, because this guy had 10 rifles at a motel and rented 2 hotel rooms, judging by the reports that I'm getting. And I'm saying to myself, how the hell can one man rent it out 2 rooms? Can't the hotel people see that's a little suspicious that he rented 2 rooms in one day? Then Major Matto had a segment talking about there's a gun show going on this weekend, or last weekend in that sense. And I'm saying to myself, last weekend, so he kind of like scope out and kind of profile everything what he was going to do. Like it seems like he planned everything what he was going to do this mass shooting. Like, oh, there is a gun show going on. I'm a white guy. They ain't gonna do nothing about me. Then they're not gonna notice a damn thing about me. They might think I'm one of the gun people that's coming for the show. Now you got those hotels and everybody that's gonna have these gun shows in their state have to really like think to themselves like, okay, hold on a second. We need to kind of rethink our stance about these gun show people coming in our states and staying in hotel rooms. So it seems like he kind of knew what he was doing. Like, okay, I'm gonna use the gun show as my motive to not be profiled by these hotel people. He rented 2 rooms. That should be like a wake-up call. But hey, you know, he kind of took that gun show type of thing and kind of made it his play and say like, oh, there's a gun show going on every month, every weekend in Las Vegas. They're not gonna notice me. They might think I'm one of the gun shows people coming to stay. I mean, he brought these big ass bags in, and you know, as a clerk, you're probably thinking, oh, he's probably one of the gun show people. You would never think that somebody would have that in their mind.